Hello and welcome to another serving of hot chips. On today's serving, I don't know. I usually go to Amy now and ask her what's on the menu, but she's not here. We're doing a YeahNah review of the freshly released Star Wars Lego Star Wars,
which is great.
It is awesome. And I thought, while I talk about the game, how about we build some Lego that came with it?
Indeed, exciting.
So, incredible. 1 second. All right, so here we are. We're building the Lego that came with the game. And I believe you guys are going to race, and I'm going to talk about the game.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk to you while you we'll ask questions and stuff while you're doing.
Oh yeah.
And if the sound is horrible, no, whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I'm really distracted by this.
So what made you pick these up, Jordan?
Because I thought it looked really cool.
They do look pretty cool.
This came with the game. We were sent the game to review.
Right. Okay, so this actually came with it.
Yeah, this one didn't. I bought that one.
That one's pretty amazing.
Lego Star Wars is the latest in the Lego franchise games. Now, I've played probably about, I'd say 5 hours into the game, which is past meet up with Han Solo, because it follows the latest movie pretty much blow for blow. So going past, met Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Ham salad.
Got the Millennium Falcon. We're cranking around in that. And this game is really good. And I was looking up some reviews before we kind of sat down. Okay. And this game's been getting 9s, 10s,
really
8.5s.
They love it.
It's just been smoking it. And like, the Lego games have built this reputation of always being really quality game. And kind of my pros and cons of this game. The pros are, it looks amazing. Like, I would play any game in Lego style, no matter like what it was. Like, it just looks that good. If they came up with Battlefront 2, and it was in Lego style, I'd be happy with that. And I would crank that game.
Now, the only Lego game I've played so far was Marvel Heroes.
Marvel Superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like aspects of it that there was something about it that maybe it was just the open world kind of feel of it that kind of lost me. Does that follow that kind of open world thing?
No, so this is very blow by blow with the story.
Right, okay.
So you do it chapter by chapter and follow the story through.
Yeah.
I guess my major kind of negatives with the game are the fact I believe like the game's production quality has outgrown the gameplay.
Right.
So it's still very much the Lego gameplay where you go into a room, you break something, you build it, you solve the puzzle, and you progress.
Yeah.
And occasionally you'll battle people by just punching them until they blow up.
Yeah.
And they do the same to you. And there's no skill involved. The thing that bothers me the most is there's no difficulty. Right. The game has no difficulty level. And I understand that it's a children's game.
Yeah.
And that's, what it's aimed for. But, I was a child once and still am. And the games that I used to play when I was younger were hard. Just as hard as they are now.
Right.
Like when you consider a hard game. Like the original platformers were not easy.
No. I mean, we saw that when we did the Shadow of the Beast.
Yeah.
Playthrough with Amy a couple of weeks back. No, definitely. The older games can be incredibly hard. So
I don't understand why when you're creating a children's game, it has to be of no difficulty level.
Right. So you've basically it's just a walk in the park. Is that what you're saying?
It's routine. Like I feel like just you play it, you go through it. There's a lot of completionist stuff and collecting to do. But no, there's no real skill involved, which bothers me a little bit.
Okay.
So while I enjoy watching myself play the game, I don't really feel like I'm getting better at the game.
So does it end up feeling more like you're just doing something to get from cutscene to cutscene?
Pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much, but it's really good looking.
Right.
Like through it. So like
really good looking.
It's interesting because Lego has 3 what I would call kind of, I don't know, segments of the games that they're releasing at the moment. They've got the traditional Lego games, which one of this is, and this is what the Lego Marvel Superheroes was.
Right.
They've got Lego Dimensions, which takes the beauty of Lego games, but actually the gameplay in those games are actually much more satisfying.
Right.
Because they've thought about it a bit more. It's kind of a bit more creative. And third, they've got this new game, which is Lego Worlds, which is their Minecraft Lego game, which I'm not sure is out yet.
No, I don't
Not
believe
that I
so.
know of. The Minecraft story mode is the latest thing that's come out. I
Yeah.
feel for Minecraft.
Yeah, so so this is Lego, but
Yeah.
it's Minecraft.
No, I know, but I was saying like
Yeah,
that's the latest we've gotten.
the type, which I think could be a really big hit, especially if they start bringing franchises into it.
Right, yeah, I'm excited about that.
Imagine having like Minecraft, but you can have an X-wing in it. Like you don't have to build it yourself; it actually is a franchise property, or like there's Superman's in there.
Hasn't Nintendo
Spider-Man,
done that recently with Minecraft as well? The Minecraft for Wii U has Nintendo characters.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine if you had Disney's library.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a cough. Sorry, so that's why I'm doing that. I'm not trying to get people's attention. So, is it a year or a nah?
Yeah. So
Sounds really cool.
it sounds good. You're happy with the comedy, because that's the other thing.
The
that they
comedic
really try
value
and
is
push
really
is like
good.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked really well done.
Everything
Oh,
looks
there's
great.
one more thing that annoys me though. You just remind me of it.
Okay.
The voice acting is strange because pretty much they've got access to the entire movie's dialogue, and they've kind of chopped up the things and overlaid it in the game, and then the bits that are kind of done in post, so the bits that aren't from the movie,
Yeah.
sound like they've just been done on kind of like a cell phone, and it's like this audio quality is not that great, and I'm not sure if it's kind of my TV using a full surround sound system that's messed it up or something, but it's just not gelling quite right. But overall, yeah, as I mentioned at the start, this game has been getting rave reviews. It's definitely a year. I think it depends on if you're expecting a challenging platformer, then that's not what it is.
Right.
I've completed mine, but I've got spare bits.
Yeah, they always
I
give you
don't
spare
know
bits.
why. Okay,
really?
cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
So this is a Super Star Destroyer or the First Order Star Destroyer?
First order. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than Superstar. Superstar Destroyer was one of.
Well, I don't think it's actual size.
No, well, really? No, but I mean the Superstar Destroyer was one of Darth Vader's ones, wasn't it? He had a Superstar Destroyer, and it was much bigger than the Star Destroyers. And I think they have a regular one. They're tiny. First Order are just.
I really liked the original Clone Wars Star Destroyer, the one that they crashed into the thing. No, that was not it. They were red. They got paint. They had really cool paint jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they were cool. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's definitely a year. Have I sold it to you guys?
I've never really been a big fan of the Lego games, just because they always felt, and you've mentioned this, a little too simplistic.
Yeah.
I always felt like it is just kind of this experience where
Going through the motions.
you're just going through the motions instead of actually being challenged along the way. So I don't know.
I'm really interested to see where the franchise goes as a whole, because they've built up so much, I guess, awesome tech in order to build these games now.
Yeah.
They're pumping them out.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could do some really clever things.
I think it's kind of like Telltale Games. I think they're doing a lot of prototyping, and I mean, their final games, they've obviously got a lot of production value put into them, but I think they're just finding their stride. And I think in the next 2 years, we're going to see some amazing Lego games coming out.
What I'm kind of worried about the Lego games is that they're always selling so well, and I looked this up recently. They're actually one of the longest, like, as far as franchises goes. They've got I think the most games ever in a franchise, and they're one of the biggest earners. So I'm worried about them just being a cash cow, not making any creative changes, because they know what works for them, and they don't need to make any creative changes in order to sell well.
Yeah.
There's always that audience for them.
Yeah, and I'm worried that it's potentially a game that could really relate, something that I would love to pick up, becomes something that I'm not really going to pick up because I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you can't really hold that against them, but you can. Like, you can be annoyed about it, but it's like, if they're making money, why would they change it?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the market for them is the kind of 6 to 12-year-old market, realistically. I mean, there's going to be a lot of adults buying them and loving them, but they're being made for children to give them just like a softer experience of the franchises they make.
But like what I always thought
There you go.
would be a good idea. Oh, he's cool.
There you go, we did it. So it's slightly smaller.
So you want
Just a little bit.
battle?
Yeah.
Who's going to break first? No.
That one would.
That one would
This one's
easily
a
be.
tank.
Yeah, this is a real tank.
Yeah, anyway, what I was going to say is that if you made Lego Star Wars Battlefront for a 12-year-old,
Yeah.
when they're 16, they're going to buy the
Yeah.
next Battlefront game because they're going to step up into that market. So there is kind of a funnel there that they could go through.
And I mean, to be honest, the way that they make the games, they end up just replacing the assets. And like the gameplay in all of these Lego games is very similar. Like you've mentioned, you go into an area, you break everything down, you build some stuff and move on. It's very easy to just take that mechanic and just chuck different things. The majority of the development time would be coming to making the amazing, like funny cinematics and writing and stuff to push people through it, give them something to be excited about.
I think to an extent that is kind of worth it because the storylines in it and the jokes that they make are really good.
Yeah.
They're very, very self-aware, very, very aware of the genres and the movies
Yeah.
and the things that they look into.
Yeah. So you've given it a yeah. I'd give it a nah, just purely because I want to see a bit more out of the gameplay from them. I want to see something that's just a little different. Bring that gameplay up to the quality as the cinematics, and I'd be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see more Star Wars development pumped into something that's a fuller experience. Pumped into 1337 or whatever it was.
That's dead.
It totally is
It's
dead.
dead,
I know.
yeah.
I know. But I think we had all of those. This is Star Wars theme. Someone was talking about this. We had all of the Star Wars. EA released a big video of all of the things that they were working on, but they didn't really talk about anything they were working on. But there were a lot of things in there which told you what they were working on, and there is that kind of third-person story thing going on.
There is
that is
one
being
of them,
developed
yeah.
by a really great team, and so I'm looking forward to a lot of the Star Wars future. But I do think this is kind of like the whole Lego thing is getting a little bit, for me, for my age, just a bit out of there, a bit separated. But it's still amazing what they're doing, and like all of this is real cool.
So do these come with the game?
I think so.
That's cool.
They came with our game.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Awesome. Well, if you liked this sometimes on topic, sometimes off topic review of Lego Star Wars, then hit subscribe
Yeah.
and join us for more Hot Chips YeahNah reviews.
See ya.